Howdy y'all, welcome to another episode of Jedi TV. This one is all about my new Lego set featuring one of my all-time favorite vehicles, the 1966 Batmobile. Now, earlier in the year, I promised I'd be expanding the content you see on this show. So in addition to the action shooting you've come to expect, I will be including some more content like this. I've tried running two separate channels, but that just doesn't work, especially since YouTube changed their advertising policies again this year. So it's just much better for me to put all of my content in one place and ensure that I get maximum exposure as well as advertising revenue. Of course, you can pick and choose which ones you want to watch. Hopefully it's all of them, but I understand if your interests are specifically about one subject I cover. But it's like I've said before, any new toy that comes into this museum should be documented and shared on this show. And this episode is the first step towards that goal. So with all of that said, let's talk about the Batmobile designed by legendary hot rod designer George Barris. Barris based his version of Batman's iconic ride around the 1955 Ford Futura concept car. That Batmobile was used for the 1966 through 1968 hit TV series Batman, starring Adam West as the Batman. And while West's portrayal of Batman was not necessarily comic book accurate or what we've come to know of the Dark Knight, it certainly captivated and entertained generations of fans. The gadgets on the show, while sometimes cheesy or campy, were awesome and certainly made an impact on my childhood. But what stood out the most for me was this Batmobile. And over the years, I've collected it in many different forms, from 1/64th scale Hot Wheels to 1/18th scale Hot Wheels, and every size in between. So when Lego released this 1966 Batmobile set, which included an Adam West Batman figure as well as a Cesar Romero Joker figure, I knew I had to add it to my collection. So I picked up this set for right around $30 US, and Logan volunteered to build it for me. Now, building Legos is something Logan and I have done together since he was a little kid. And collecting Legos is something we still enjoy doing together. And I expect it's something that we will continue to do far into the future. So please be sure to give Logan a thumbs up for his help on this episode by hitting that like button. So I'm really impressed with the quality and detail of this Lego Batmobile set. Lego did a great job with the scale and the features on this vehicle. This little Batmobile has details like a functional trunk, 3 rocket launcher tubes on the back, a little bat phone, and much more. That level of attention to detail adds to this set's play value as well as its display value. And from my experience, it's pretty typical of most Lego sets. I think it'll look great with some of the other iconic vehicles from the Batman franchise that I already have in my toy museum. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. And I hope you all enjoyed this look at my new Lego Batmobile set. If you want to see more photos of it, then head over to Instagram and follow @BATVAN. That's where you can see my full-sized, real-life BATVAN build, which was obviously inspired by this 1966 Batmobile. And remember, there will be more toy reviews here on Jedi TV in the future. So if you're new here and found this episode by searching Lego, then I'd encourage you to subscribe and follow me on some of my other adventures. Of course, if you're a regular viewer of the program and here for the action shooting content, don't be discouraged. There'll be plenty more of that in the future as well. In the meantime, let's chat down in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this Lego set, and let me know if you were a fan of the original 1966 TV show. I guess it's pretty obvious. I was a big fan of the show growing up, and I've followed the Batman franchise ever since. Now, with all of that said, I want to close this episode with a special thank you to this episode's sponsors from www.buymeacoffee.com/JediTV. Your fan support becomes even more important when changes by YouTube negatively impact our ad revenue. I'm Jed. This is Jedi TV. And I'll see you in some other place, in some other time.